welcome to another Treats and Eats copycat recipe video here on Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams. Thank you so much for joining us. This recipe I'm really excited to make. I know I say that about a lot of them. This one is a little special because we just got back from Disney not too long ago, and I actually had this recipe while I was there for the first time, and it was magical. Oh my goodness. So what we're going to be making is the chicken corn chowder from Boma. It's a restaurant in the Animal Kingdom Lounge. We went there for the first time to this past trip. And this chowder was just, I don't know, there's just something about it that was just absolutely amazing, and I had to get the recipe. So I did, and I cannot wait to make it here at home because I am missing Disney really bad. So I think the soup will help a little bit with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up the ingredients list for you. If you need a little bit more time with the recipe, just hit that pause button. Okay, so to get started, you see I've got all my ingredients laid out here. We'll start with our chicken. I went ahead and just grilled that in my skillet. I'll show you here. I just heated up my skillet and then sprayed it with some nonstick cooking spray. I did cut it into strips so that it would be easier to cook. And then once it browned, I flipped it over and made sure it was thoroughly cooked, and that's that. Okay, so there's my chicken. I also have my bouillon cube there, and then I have my potatoes. Now for these, let's show you what I did with those. I just put them in a pot, covered them with water, brought it to a boil, and then cooked them for about 15 minutes until they were tender. If they're still just a little bit hard, that's okay, because they're gonna go into our soup. We're still gonna cook it some more. So if they're still a little bit hard when you pull them out, that's okay, because they'll definitely soften up as we cook the rest of the soup all together. So then you're gonna wanna make sure you have your 2 cups of corn. Okay, so you see here, then I've got my herbs and my onion and red pepper. You just wanna chop all those up really quick. I've got an 1/8 cup of red pepper, 1/8 cup of onion, and an 1/8 cup of parsley. And this right here is actually our sprinkling of pixie dust. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is fresh parsley from my tower garden that I love so much. It reminds me of Disney because it's the hydroponic kind. So it's fresh parsley from my garden, and that is our sprinkling of pixie dust today. And then we've got our other ingredients. So before we throw those into the pot, we just need to cut up our chicken, dice our potatoes, and then we'll just throw it all into our pot. You're gonna start by boiling your chicken stock. Bring it to a nice rolling boil. And then you're going to want to add your cup of milk. Go ahead and just pour that in as well. After that, you're going to want to add your cup of heavy cream. Carefully pour that on in. And next, you're going to add in your chicken. Again, make sure it's diced and slide that on in. And then we're going to add our potatoes. Again, if they're not completely cooked all the way through, that's okay, because we're going to cook this for about 40 minutes. So they're going to get nice and soft. So I'm going to go ahead and mix all that together before I add the rest of my ingredients to this step. Next, we're going to add in our red pepper. It's red bell pepper, so you don't want anything too hot, something sweet. And then, of course, our diced onions as well. We're not going to put in our parsley yet, so just the onions and the pepper. And of course, we're going to add in our corn. again, we're using frozen corn just because it's going to cook for so long. The frozen tends to do a little bit better than canned or fresh. And I'm just going to stir it all up and add in my sugar and mix that on up as well. And then I'm going to throw in my bouillon cube. Again, chicken bouillon cube. Beef might taste a little weird, but we're going to do chicken and stir that in. And then we're going to let that simmer, a nice soft simmer, so you turn down the heat, and simmer for about 40 minutes. Just stir periodically to make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. And then once it's done that for about 40 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add my parsley then. Again, it's nice and chopped. The fresh parsley is best. If you don't have fresh parsley, you're going to want to do less of the dried parsley because that, yeah, you just need less dry than fresh. And then I'm going to add in my hot sauce. Now here you can see I'm going to add in what looks like a lot of hot sauce, but I actually had the wrong measuring spoon. So it's 2 teaspoons, but I had a 1/4 teaspoon, so it looks like a lot, but it's not. And honestly, my kids didn't even taste it, and they cannot handle heat at all. So the fact that they didn't say anything, even this little bit, you just can't taste the heat, but it's enough to add the flavor that you want. Our soup is all done. All that's left is to serve and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this copycat recipe video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also tap that bell so you don't miss any of our awesome episodes. We've got a new one each week. It's copycat recipe videos, Disney craft videos, some tips and tricks as well for visiting Disney. Sometimes we do bonus videos, Disney hauls and giveaways and that kind of stuff. So you're going to want to tap that bell so you don't miss any of those great videos that are coming up. And check out some of our past videos too. We've got a lot of yummy recipes and fun crafts and great tips. So again, thank you so much for stopping by, and we hope to see you real soon.